Hey guys, Snake here for part 2 of our Nintendo 2DS repair lot. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, recommend going and checking that out. But either way, let me give you a brief recap. We purchased 4 Nintendo 2DSs. They were, the guy we purchased them from stated that he got them in a Amazon return lot. So these were the ones that were broken, I guess, and that he lotted up for as a repair lot, obviously. So we paid $44. That was including shipping for 4 of these. That's $11 each. Now, 3 out of the 4 of them had broken screens. And as you can see here, I'm going to turn this on real quick, and you should hear a pop. You guys hear that? I call that the screen pop, and that, again, that means that the screen is bad, and seems to be the most common issue for these. And I'm assuming is because they're very cheap, brand new. They're only $79.99. And they usually come with a game already pre-installed as well, like Mario Kart 7 and some kind of Mario's game. So I'm assuming a lot of parents are buying this particular model for their children because of the price range. And then, obviously they don't take care of it very well and they break the screen, either dropping it or hitting it against stuff or something to that effect. But I digress. So we purchased 4 of them. We switched out some components in one of them, got one working. Now we have a few of these that we have to put screens in. So I went ahead on eBay and I purchased some screens. Now I will say a couple things about this is that yes, I purchased this very cheap, $11. But unfortunately, the cheapest I can get some screens for, even out of China, was about 22 bucks, which to me is very pricey, especially for the price range of this unit. So once I'm done, I would have spent $33 on this unit, and I could probably only sell it used on eBay for maybe $39.99. So is there money to be made on these? No. And in hindsight, if I would have known that these screens were so expensive and that the majority of the items that were going to come in, or the units that were going to come in, were going to have broken screens, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and fix these, and I'll probably keep a couple and probably sell a couple just to, I guess, make a couple dollars back, if you will, or some of my money back. So at least I'll make some money back, and not necessarily make a profit, but some of my investment will be returned. So now, one thing I will say is that you have to be careful with who you purchase from China. As you can see here, it came in this package, and this was placed inside a bag. When I opened it, the screen was actually in the bag and it was out loose like this. So I can't, it doesn't seem like it's broken, but I guess we'll see when we try and install it. But one of the big problems here, you might be able to tell already, is that this little foam, whatever this is, protector, it's not designed for this. It doesn't fit in there at all. Look at the width difference. It's crazy. So it's no wonder that it came out of this package. It wasn't designed for it. So again, we'll see if it works. I hope it does. So let's get to it. Let's start breaking this down. I'll probably I mean, I don't know if I'll fast forward through most of this, but I'll probably fast forward through a lot of it because, you know, you've seen me open this already in the first video. So the intention of this video here is more along the lines of how to, I guess. I did some research. I've never actually replaced a screen, but I've researched it already and watched some videos and whatnot. But this is for those dads out there, or even moms, you know, can't exclude those, that, you know, maybe mechanically inclined and purchased one of these for their kids and the screen broke. You know, instead of throwing this away and spending another $80, you can just go on eBay, pay $23 for a new screen, and pop it in yourself. So it should be relatively easy to do as long as we don't mess anything up. Alright, so again, I'm done rambling. Let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so you have to be careful with this one when you're taking this back off because there is a ribbon connected, and again, that's for those who haven't seen the first video. So you have to be careful here because you definitely do not want to rip that out. As you can see, the ribbon is right there. Let me go ahead and zoom in. There you go. Kind of see it there. There's a little tab right here that we're just going to lift up. There you go, just like that. And then just slides out. We have a few screws in here we got to be careful not to lose. Okay, let's go ahead and take these ribbons off. I actually forget which way this one comes up. It's a little hard to see there, but this one right here, I can't really tell. I believe. Yeah, oh, there we go. Got it. So that's odd. Alright. This one's the hardest ribbon to put in because it's got a curl in it. I'll just show you guys there. There you go. See the curl? But it's still doable. Just take some patience. Alright. So I believe that's all the screws and all of the ribbons. So there we go. I believe you'll have to take this part off as well, which is not a problem. Oh, actually no. There is 2 more screws right here, right between, I guess, the bumper and the upper plastic part on both sides. And those are shorter than the ones on the rest of the board, so you want to keep those separate and make sure that you memorize where they go. There we go. There you go. That's it right there. So we're finally to the screen. From what I understand, this is very easy to remove. Let's remove our. Oh no! Woo! I caught it between my legs. The spring just popped out. You definitely do not want to lose those, because then you will not have a working bumper. Woof! This sucker just bounced. All right. Yeah, from what I understand, this is not even stuck in. Glued in. Yeah, there you go. I wonder what's holding it in though, because it's not glued in. It's just a really nice fit, I guess. There we go. Now usually you'd be able to see lines in this as far as crack lines. Oh, this is sticky. Huh, it is stuck in, glued in, stickied in. You know, well, you know what I'm saying. But I'm not seeing any cracks in this screen at all. So, not sure about that one. Either way, let's put the new one in. You don't want to wiggle this bottom part around too much, because it does have some pieces that will fall out of it. Let me just show you. Okay, you have these little metal rods right here. You have this piece. There's another little metal rod on this side. Those actually just fall out, so you have to be careful. Alright. Take our protective shield off, and then from here you want to just stick it right on. You don't want to wait a lot of time, because that's where dust and stuff like that will start coming into play. And she fit right in without any problem whatsoever. Now this part right here, there's a little lip on it. This is for the analog stick in the front. I'm not going to flip it over because I'll lose pieces. But you can just remove this with the 4 screws, and that'll be easier for you to, or actually there's only 2 screws. I lied, I'm sorry. 2 screws, and that'll make it even easier for you to put in. Okay, so let's start getting the board back on already. Actually, let's get the bumpers in first. I think that'll be easier. There you go. Okay, so the magnet just on the speaker just caught a bunch of random bits I had sitting around. All right, awesome. It's a pretty strong magnet too. Look at that, it's got a bolt in it. It won't let it go. Give me my bolt back. Holy smokes. Wow, I really had a hold of that one. Or not bolt, nut. I called it a bolt. Sorry about that. My nut. So you want to get the speaker in its position first, and then the rest of it should kind of fall into place here. Just moving around the bumpers just slightly. There you go. There we go. Speakers in place. Okay, now we have to get the ribbons through. I seem to be missing a ribbon. I bet you it's under the board or under the screen. Alright, yep, there it is. Let me just get that out real quick without making too much of a mess of things here. There we go. Okay, these ribbons were not, they don't have like the shape that the other ones do, so that's why they're a little difficult. The other ones are kind of conformed to where they need to go. There we go. Ah, I lost my ones in here now. Alright, not a big deal. We'll get those out. There we go. Alright. That looks like that's it right there. So let's go ahead and start screwing the board back in. Start with these little guys first, up by the bumpers. so that's all the screws back in. Now let's get the it feels loose up here. Oh, there's a screw I'm missing. That's why it's always safe to check, or good to check, I should say. That's my mom calling. Let me call her back in a little bit, so you guys don't have to be annoyed by the ringing there. Okay, so there we go. Now we have no play. Much better. All right, let's get the ribbons into place. Those went in beautifully. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer so you can see the, you're putting in the ribbon here. You know, this does have a macro feature. I don't think I have it set right because it's not, unless I got to give it time to focus. It's trying to focus. Huh. This is another new camera, so I have to, obviously I'm going to have to work on this, because the macro feature should allow me to go much closer than this. So anyway, one thing at a time, I guess. You probably won't be able to see too well my big fat finger in the way anyway. This one's difficult because it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have the bend in it. There we go. I think. Yep, there we go. All right. We have a couple more here. These big boys. There we go. Look like this side is going in too well, or maybe it is. Maybe it's just me. Sorry if you could see my head now. No, you can't. All right. Should be good. There we go. So those are in now. Now we have the hard one, which is right there. Okay, so this is weird. I'm bringing the item up to the camera and it focuses just fine, but when I zoom down in, it's interesting. It doesn't focus in as well. Alright, how am I going to do this one? I think maybe upside down like this. And let me zoom into that one as well. Alright, focus in, bud. There we go. This one, I think, if I remember correctly, I always use my tweezers because I could actually grab it. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Ah, there we go. Put that down. All right. Okay, so now let's get the back on and give it a test because we need the battery in as well. Yeah, these don't take but a second to put on, so might as well put these on as well. It's best to put that slider on first. You can just go back. There's a little notch I'm going to show you guys right there. See, here's where the control is. This little knob has to go right over that, or that little notch I should say, has to go right over that. There we go. Add that in. This side you don't have that same issue, so there's nothing to worry about. Ah, yes, and the ribbon back here. This is for the cameras, rear facing cameras. That's what that ribbon goes to. So let's get that in as well. This one's fairly easy to put in as well. Still want to be gentle with it. There we go. Perfect. I'll just seat the back on. I'm not going to screw it down just yet, even though maybe I should. There we go. Just to be safe, but I can tell you what, we're going to put one towards the bottom and one on the top. Just so that we have some security here. Alright, there you go. Let's put the battery in. Whoops, let me zoom this back out. if you guys zoomed in there. Alright. So now, let's hope for a screen. There it is. And so definitely the screen pop that we talked about, even though this screen looks like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I wish I had a broken screen to show you, but usually there's like real creases in here where the LCD or the glass behind this is actually cracked, and you could actually see it through this black part. So there's none of that here, but there we go. There's nothing on this. So because there's no card, there's no SD card. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and tighten this bad boy up, and we have another working 2DS. And as I mentioned, I have 2 more of these that all I need to do is replace the screens on. Obviously not going to take the time to video those. It'd just be way too repetitive. But you can see, there you go. Easy peasy. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Take the battery out and then finish screwing everything in. Okay, all our screws are in. Put our battery back in. Oops. There we go. Uh-oh. Does that mean battery's dead? Yeah, means battery's running low with the red light there. Alright. So I can go ahead and let me plug this up actually. Make sure that that's working. There we go. And she's now charging. You see the light at the top right there? Now, we don't have an SD card for this. That I can test games and whatnot off of. Let me see, actually I might. Do I have a game in here? I think I do. I have this, yeah, I have this brain game right here that I keep for testing. So let's pop this in and see what happens. Alright, picks it right up. Oh, and that's where everything was hidden. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's a demo? Oh, it looks like I was all the way to the right here. I'm over here thinking there was nothing on there. But I had to scroll to the left. When you get to the left, you see some stuff there. There's the cartridge. See it's working. Alright. There's some kind of demo that's on here. So we're all set, guys. Alright, so that's it. That's how you replace the screen in a 2DS. Very simple. Only really takes a few minutes. Obviously when you're making a video and you're talking and all that kind of stuff, it takes a little bit longer. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share with everybody you know. Until next time.